Hi, this is Aaron, Orange County Hot Rods. This is part 2 of the TMI interior install. And what we have is a trunk kit for the custom interior. And this is a trunk kit without a spare tire. So this is not including a spare tire well. I don't know if they have the option for that or not. But what we have is a carpet, side panels with a Velcro, and a back panel. And that will box off your trunk area. Then we have the spray glue. You can spray glue some of this stuff on. But we'll come over here. I already laid the piece of wood in, and this piece of wood comes with the kit. So it has the Velcro to hold the sides on, and the upper part up here, it's such a nice tight fit, you don't need any Velcro strips up here. So basically, we set this in place. It's already got the cutouts. As you can see, no spare tire well in here. So it's just a flat floor. So laid this in. We got all our Vibro Solution sound deadener, of course. Put that in first, so make it nice and quiet. So next, we're going to grab the carpet. You just basically line up the carpet with the wood. What it has is your sides right here, and you can actually spray glue and glue them to your fender wells up here. It fits somewhere like that, but you'll see as the panels go in. But we'll do some spot spray glue there, and basically easy. Now the side panels go in, and then the rear panels. So the side panels go in first because it has the Velcro here for the back panel. So the back panel is your very last piece to go in. You can see this little pocket here. You can spray glue that, make it a little tighter if you want. But once the back panel's in, there's really not a whole lot shown. So it's up to you to spray glue. So we'll get the other panel in and then the back panel in, and we're all set. This is why you want to spray glue this, because it's just going to fall out. So spray gluing it will hold it in place. Or maybe if you want to do a two-piece Velcro or something. But we're just doing this real quick. I'm going to go back and put some spray glue on it, make it spot a little bit easier. But I'm just showing you how easy and simple it is to do a trunk kit. This has the Velcro. Holds it in place. Nice solid wood. It's not cardboard. See, it's basically just stuffs itself in there, and the Velcro holds it on the bottom and the two sides here. And then this is where the spray glue and the material in, because otherwise it'll just come and stretch out. So we'll take this off and we'll re-spray glue that. And basically you got a nice looking, custom looking trunk. And if you want to spray glue the carpet down, you can do that too. That way you'll get it nice and nice and solid, so it doesn't wrinkle up. So that's it for the trunk kit, and then we'll continue with the rear seat and back panel install coming up soon. Okay, we're here and we're going to start putting the rear seat stuff in. Includes the back package shelf, the side door panels, and then we're going to do the rear seat area too. So we'll do the back package tray and the door side panels first. There's a couple little things I got to show you also. For a two-door hardtop, a sedan's totally different. Convertible's a little different too. So let's put this in. And basically we can do a spray glue on this. But this just really just fits right in there just like that. So the back seat, all this is going to fold down. The back seat's going to come up above this and just look nice. It's going to finish it off. So, but a lot of people put speakers back here, and we're going to do that later. He doesn't know what stereo option he's going to run, so we're just going to put it in for now. And I think he said he's going to save up his money for a really good stereo system. So we could do some spray glue to hold this down a little bit if you want. Otherwise, you have two 6x9 speakers that will hold this down. That'll be plenty. So no need to spray glue. So that just fits in there just like that. So then we'll do the door panels. And I'll talk about, we got to do this windlace first before we put the door panels on. So a lot of these cars have the old tack strip, and this one didn't because he stripped the car completely and they took out all the old tack strips, and the tack strips are for staples to hold material in. So we had to buy new tack strips. So if we go over here, this is your tack strip that we put in. It's just a very hard polyurethane material, and you have little things that fold over to hold it in, but we also spray glued it in to keep it in place. So once you get that all set, then we come over here, or both sides. This is for the driver's side. So I set it up in here. You start from the top, and then I just take a staple gun. You can have an air staple gun, whatever, and you just staple it. And you put a lot of staples in it. Don't be scared not to, because you want this stuff to hold. Because when you get in the car, your body's going to rub against this, and you don't want this to tear off. So we got this side stapled in. We're going to do that side. Then we're going to set the door panels in. Got one right here. So this two-door hardtop, and convertible is very similar. Sedan's totally different. But for the door panels, we have a little tab here. And we have the tab on the wheel tub here. Now if you have mini tubs, that's TMI interiors really isn't gonna fit, because the rear seat would have to be modified for a mini wheel tub. But otherwise, if you do a mini wheel tub, usually these aren't here, so you can make a new tab and weld it on. But this tab holds it in. Then we've got the lower tab here on the floor. That's also going to hold the bottom panel in. And then we have a tab right here that's going to hold more of the bottom panel in. So on the TMI interiors, this is just going to grab right over the edge. You're just going to pop it up over the edge. And then I don't cut out the window crank handle yet. That's the very last. So now that we have the windlace in, all stapled in, this one's pretty much ready to go in. And this will we'll bring down, we'll work it in as we do it. So basically it goes up over the windowsill. You have to get this tab right here because it just kind of holds it in place. But down here, we also got to get it past that too, and that holds that in place. But at the same time, we got to make sure it cups over the top. Okay, so I forgot to tell you about, there's 3 tabs here that you screw down the panel. The panel's being held here and kind of held in place here. You just got to make sure it's up on the sill nice. Just kind of work it in. So there's 3 metal tabs right here. So I'm going to take this back off, and we're going to have to drill an 1/8-inch hole on the front side here, and those are for your interior screws. So here's your mounting tabs right here, and this will finalize your rear quarter panel, side panels in place. That's pretty much your final step, is to pre-drill those, or actually put this on, drill the holes through the panel, and 1/8-inch hole, and you put your interior trim screws on. How do you know where these tabs are? You take some masking tape, just an inch and a half wide masking tape, and you just put a piece of tape where your metal tabs are. So that way you know exactly where to drill. You go about 1 inch in, 3/4 of an inch in on the panel, and you just drill a hole, and that way you'll get those mounted, and that will finalize that, and then we'll go on to the other side, and then the back seat's ready to be put in. It's a back seat with a center console to match this console, and we'll get that going in a few minutes too. All right, that's it. We'll be back. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do a window crank handle, and these holes aren't cut when the panels are made, but you can feel, once you have the panel on, you can feel the crank handle shaft right there. So we're going to make a little cut. I marked it with a black dot just to know where it is, basically. So we're going to take this handle. You can find these handles just about anywhere. I use Dan Shuck's. It's got good chrome. But a little horseshoe clip. This thing's going to fly. But anyways, I put the horseshoe clip on there. And I put a little grease in there just to make it easier to push on. But put the plastic washer on over that. That helps keep the clip in there while you push it on. So that's basically, plus as you're cranking the handle will not ruin the upholstery. So basically that's it. So let me cut this out. You don't want to cut it too big, just enough to clear the shaft. That should, you want to cut it big enough because you don't want the material to get stuck. You don't want the material to get stuck in the shaft right here, then it won't push on. So let's see if this one works. These panels are kind of thick, so we gotta push it on. This is gonna take a little bit more to push on, but that's the general thing. So I gotta put some more pressure on it, maybe get a mallet or something and push it on really hard. I can't push it on with my hands, but as soon as it hits that clip, it'll hold in place. So we'll do that and get it done, and then we can roll up the window. All right, that's basically it. Okay, here we're going to install the rear seat. It's actually just a plug and play. There's a couple things we got to talk about. Here we have, it's the upper rest. We've got the lower tabs that's going to hold this in place, and so we got to sheet metal screw those into the floorboard. And what that does is it holds the bottom seat. It keeps it from popping up over the hooks. And the hooks I'm talking about, we have 3 hook holes right here. So those are going to go into the upper hooks of the rear seat, and it will latch over the top and come down, and then we bolt in the bottom, or sheet metal screw, whatever you want to do. So I test fitted this before, and the hooks were off a little bit. The 2 hooks on the side were off a little bit. Every car is going to be different because those hooks get bent, you know, throughout the 60 years they've, you know, been on the planet, and it's going to be different every time. So instead of bending the hooks dramatically, I decided to notch the seat to make it work. And so, you know, if you have to do little modifications here and there, it's what it's going to take. Nothing's a direct bolt on any classic car, so, but this seems to fit in pretty well. So we're going to put in the top part. We're going to hook it into place, and then, you know, screw it down to the bottom there. And let's go do that. Okay, so you just want to be careful you don't break these bottom tabs off because they are fiberglass. So just be very careful putting the seat in. So, let me show you the hook. Okay, here's the hooks. We got 1 hook, 2 hooks, 3 hooks. So the seat's going to lift up and then hook down into it, and that's what holds the seat in. Pop that over the top. Feels like hooked into place. It's holding pretty well. So then we go down, and we're going to put a sheet metal screw through here, and that holds it in place. That'll allow it to keep from popping up and out off the hooks. So just 2 sheet metal screws, and that'll be good. So we're going to go grab the bottom, and the bottom seat, we have this rail here. So I'm telling you this because I'm going to show you the seat. And the seat has these notches in it right here. So basically the seat goes in, and then it just notches in right over this brace here. Okay, so this is the bottom seat. You can see you got the notches for your floor brace right there. So that basically what holds it in. It snugs in underneath the seat and just hops in over there. There's no special hooks or anything. It's really basic, so it's pretty easy install. Okay, so let's go put this one in. Just got to be very careful of all the other interior pieces. Make sure you don't rip anything. So basically just stuffs in. Everything's new, so you got a lot of bolstering that's very thick. So you're going to have to just push it in underneath, you can see that it's real tight right here, but it just pushes in. You see this side's on the notch, and then this side isn't. You can see the gaps right there. There. It just sits right into place like that. So it's a nice turnkey custom upholstery kit that if you want to spend triple the money, you can have it all custom made and everything. You're going to have a little bit of gaps here and there. Your seat belts come over here. Do a seat belt installation later, but this is basically, you can see the overall fit is really nice. So we got these door handles on, and because everything's new, everything's thick, so I just use my body weight and just push, and it snaps into place. So we got those on, no problem. But basically, this is just super comfortable. The bolstering just hugs your body. The back hugs your body. Can't get any more comfortable seats than this, just right out of the box. And for a budget interior, this is just the way to go. So probably let's say 10,000 cost versus a 30,000 cost for custom interior. So for on a tight budget, this is the way to go. It's really nice. So that's the rear seat installation, and then the front seats. Basically, I'll get the front seats out, but the holes are already here. These are the factory holes. These are the holes we had to drill. So the carpet's already, cut out for it. So these were just going to 3/8 bolts, and they just drill right into place. Maybe they're 5/16 bolts, but anyways, just 4 bolts on each seat, and that's done. And then your seat belts, you have your seat belt attachments wherever the factory accessory manual tells you to drill the holes for the seat belts. So that's basically it, but we'll do a fast install on this and do a complete interior go around after we get it all completed. All right, we'll see you soon. Okay, so this is the end of the TMI interior install, and probably take a couple days if you're on it full time. But anyways, I'm not an interior guy, but I installed this, and it's pretty much out of the box. 85% right out of the box. You can install it yourself. A few little modifications, as you can see on the video, and go from here. So here's your trunk. Pretty nice looking. Hides all the battery and all that good stuff. So then we'll go to the let's get this. You can see how the deck looks through the outside. So like I say, just out of the box interior kit, custom looking, everything fits pretty well. So here's your doors, seats, everything's installed. What's cool about these seats, and they got a lot of movement there, they sit back a lot further than your stock factory seat, so you can go up and back. But what's cool is these go all the way back, so a lot of movement. It's really cool. So vintage air, it's got the vintage air vents for the AC, and we added some to the center console area too. So we got to finish the glove box, the ducting, and a couple of wire things, And then we have the carpet sills we still have to put on, the Body by Fisher carpet sill plates, and that will finish it off. But otherwise, it's really cool. See the fit with everything, the rear seat. And then don't forget the headliner. The headliner is really cool. And it's got the little bumps for the sun visor here. It's all kind of formed. The sun visor's kind of fit flush with the headliner. It's really cool. All the trim's in. So otherwise, it looks really good after it's all installed. All right, that should do it. We'll see you later.